Okay, so here I have this product image of this pre-workout thing. And so the goal here is to make one of my characters promote this product. So what I'm going to do is open up my media library, and I have this image of this fitness influencer in here. So I'm going to select that and click this button to generate a prompt based off of that. And now coming into character mode, I'm going to go ahead and switch this to Jazz. And now when I generate this image, we should see Jazz as a fitness influencer. Okay. And here she is. Now I actually have this on the wrong aspect ratio, so I'm going to go ahead and switch this to 16:9, and I'll generate one more. Okay, so here is the 16:9 version. So now I'm going to go ahead and click the little check mark to put that as the active image. And now I'll switch this into consistency mode. And now I'm going to bring my product image down into the slot here. And here I'm just saying the woman is holding the product. I'll set that as the new prompt. Click generate. Let's see what we get. Okay, so here is the output, and it did kind of change her face a little bit, and there's definitely some weird stuff going on with the hands. So I'm just gonna come back to the prompt right here, and I can just make direct edits to this prompt if I click the little pencil right there. And I just added keep her face the same. So let's go ahead and try this again. All right, and after a couple more versions right here, I think this one came out pretty good. And so now I'm just going to click the check mark to set this as the active image. And now coming back up here, I'm gonna switch into video mode. And coming to the model, I'm going to switch this to VO3 fast. I can now tell it what I want to happen. So here I'm saying the woman is walking towards the camera. It's a handheld tracking shot. She says, "This is the greatest supplement of all time." Then she proceeds to dump it all over her face. So now when I click this blue button, it's going to convert this into a video prompt and add in those additional details and actions. And again, right now we're on video mode on VO3 fast. And so when I click this button, it's going to start generating this video. Now, an important side note here is that if you're planning to use VO3, you want to make sure that your aspect ratio is 16:9, particularly when you generate the images, because as of right now, VO3 will only generate videos in a 16:9 aspect ratio. All right, and so after waiting for that, here's what we got.
This is the greatest supplement of all time.
So there you go, not bad. Now, obviously you can continue to iterate on your prompt to make it better. No video generator is perfect, so you'll generally have to play around with it a little bit. Or again, you can come to the pencil right here and you can make specific edits to the prompt if you already know exactly how you want to change it. Just to bring it all together, I'm going to show you how I made this little video right here. This is actually an ad for the Creator Secrets community. So first, let's take a look at the ad.
Welcome back to the 90s, friend. Remember when you used to chase ice cream trucks instead of algorithms? Those were simpler times, but you always knew you would make it big someday. You worked so hard for that new Huffy bike.
Yeah! Woo-hoo!
You used to have big dreams.
You were gonna start a business and make a bunch of money and travel to every country in the whole world.
See you next week, dear.
So what happened? It's okay. I know things are hard in your time, and it seems like things never work out. That's life, right? But I didn't bring you back here to feel bad. I brought you back here to remember who you are. A creator, an entrepreneur, someone who never gives up. And there are others, just like you. AI creates possibilities that never existed before. So what do you say, friend? You want to give your childhood dream one more try? All you have to do is remember.
So I started off this project here in the content discovery feed. Right now I have it filtered for the top performing AI videos over the last 7 days on Instagram. And right here at the top, I came across this video right here.
Dude, you made it back. How's 2025?
Right, so the premise is you're kind of just going back in time to the 90s. It's this sort of nostalgic aesthetic. And I thought, you know what, I could probably take this concept and turn it into an ad. And so if we pop this account open on Instagram, we can see that these types of nostalgic videos are super popular. This account is getting hundreds of thousands of views on every single video. And so I basically took this concept and I was like, you know what, I could probably turn this into some type of ad for Creator Secrets. So I started out by, of course, taking a screenshot of this first video clip right here. And then coming down to the little icon on the right-hand side, I can just go ahead and paste that into my media library. And then from here, if I click this little paintbrush, this is going to bring us into the AI canvas. After doing that, I just clicked open the media library, and we can see here is the image right there. I selected that as the active image and started generating prompts and images off of that. And so I ended up getting this image right here. And from there, I just switched it over to video mode, put it onto VO3. And that's basically how I ended up with this first clip right here with the two people on the bike. So let's talk about this scene right here where he's standing in front of the ice cream truck and the kids start chasing the truck, because this is where things get a little bit interesting. So in order to get that shot, I basically just generated this image of this suburban neighborhood, just an empty street. And then I just took a screenshot of one of the previous images of the kid on the bike right here. And then I also generated this image of this ice cream truck right here. So all I did was set this neighborhood street as the active image. I switched it into consistency mode, and then I brought the image of the kid in the first slot, and then I brought the image of the ice cream truck in the second slot. And for the prompt, I just put the teen is standing in frame, the ice cream truck is on the street in the background. And after doing that, I ended up with this image right here. And so after I was able to generate this image, I simply set that one as the new active image, come back up here, switch it to video mode, go to VO3, and that's how I was able to get this shot right here.
Remember when you used to chase ice cream trucks instead of algae?
And that process is basically what I did for many of the shots of this video. I basically just generated the picture of the classroom, and then once again just brought this screenshot of the kid, put it into consistency mode, and said make the kid sit in the classroom. But here's some other interesting shots right here. Like this one, for example, where he's looking at the Huffy bike through the store window. For this one, once again, I took the screenshot of the kid right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and remove this one from the active image, and I'll bring the screenshot of the kid into the active image. Once again, I'll switch this to consistency mode, and this time I don't need any reference images, so I'll remove these out of the reference slots. But all I'm going to do in this case is come to the filters, and I'm going to open up the filters right here, and I'm going to click the one that says from behind. All right, and so now we can see we have a shot of this kid from behind. So I'm going to set this as the new active image. I also have this picture of this bike in the shop right here, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that one into the reference slot. And then down here, I would just say it's a shot from behind. The kid is looking at the bike through the window. And that is how I ended up with this image right here. And then once again, I switched it into video mode and did a few versions here, but that is basically how I was able to get this clip right here. Now, in this case, I didn't really use any of my trained characters at all, but if I wanted to, it would be as simple as choosing the image right here, selecting that as the active image, and I'll go ahead and generate a prompt off of that. Okay, here's the prompt that it was able to generate. I'm going to switch this into character mode, and I'll just use myself as the character. We'll generate the image, and let's see what happens. Okay, so here is the image. If I wanted to use myself as the character, we've got the ice cream truck in the background in this little suburban neighborhood, so you get the idea.